is the Riot Squadcast, a supporter-driven show dedicated to LA Galaxy news, information, and opinions. Here's your hosts, Ed Rodriguez and Chris Zero Cool Tucker.
Welcome to the Riot Squadcast. Yes, I am back and in your ear holes, deep in your ear holes. That's kind of a weird way to start a podcast.
Welcome back.
My name is Ed Rodriguez, and the man sitting across from me, the beautiful, the luscious, the voluptuous Chris Zero Cool Tucker. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I'm slightly distracted. We made the mistake of talking about what is it, Belize Premier League soccer?
Yeah.
And so now I'm falling down this hole of a former favorite player of mine, superstar Dennis Arroyo. Andrew remembers him, scoring bangers against Samoa on FIFA 2010. But now I'm all distracted. But other than that, I'm doing well, sir. Doing very well. A long week. Another long week rounding to Tuesdays.
Up the defense force, right?
But up the defense force always. Now, one of my many. If you're just starting to listen to the show, I just absorb soccer teams over the course of my life. And Belize Defense Force, one of the first additions to my life. So now I'm all distracted.
I think that might be like the third love of your life. Like first it was Newcastle in the Galaxy.
Oh,
and then I think it was Belize Defense Force. Yeah.
It's it's the team of my fatherland. So Godspeed the Defense Force. I forgot I looked up who we were playing this week. Sorry, but this has gone off the rails already. We're playing Wagia on Sunday.
You can't be pronouncing that right.
Impossible. Absolutely no way.
Say it, Ed.
What?
Wagia?
You can do it, Ed. Come on.
Wagia.
Oh, I don't fuck.
Wagia.
Wagyu. Like the beef. That's probably where it comes from. Fucking the Japanese want to claim it, but no, man.
It comes from Belize.
From Belize.
Everybody fucking stealing shit from Belize, man.
That's sad, right?
Wagia SC?
There's got to be like on
I'm gonna see if I can find a pronunciation.
Wikipedia or something. They always have like the pronunciation guide. I doubt it though.
No, it immediately went to South Carolina, which is I'm never looking for South Carolina. I assume at this point my computer would understand. Never attempting to find anything close to South Carolina.
Because if they North Carolina,
come on away, take your shirt off, twist it around your head, spin it like a helicopter. Who am I? Petey Pub, mother. Sorry,
Ben don't know about that, dude.
Ben's
not about that life.
Dude. Yeah, come on.
Petey Pablo, no,
Man.
A little freaky league. Tisha, Shaquanda,
La Ronda,
freaky league. Nothing.
I think
this is always my favorite one. Monique.
I think Denise gets a shout out in that, and I always laugh when we're listening to that in the car.
Can you play Freaky League right now?
I can look it up. Give me a second.
We got no sponsors right now, so
yeah, who gives a shit? Don't matter. Well, while he's looking that up, how was your week?
Look, man, life doesn't matter, so let's just play it.
It just comes at you fast.
Yeah.
How was your week, sir?
It's going all right, man. I'm still sick. It's been 2 months, I think.
I am now sick as well, so it's only getting better. But you're like
so you got AIDS or what was it, tuberculosis or whatever it was?
Again. Why always does it have to be AIDS?
Hey,
There's nothing else.
You guys love each other. I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with it.
Look, why couldn't it be like?
Wait, I want to be perfectly clear. There is nothing wrong with it.
Why couldn't it be like mono or something?
Again, nothing wrong with it. You want to share your mono? You want to share your? Want to share?
He sounds like that
Share
Archie
with him.
Bunker dad, where like his daughters come home and said she's a lesbian, and he's like, "Look, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't want it in my house, but there's nothing wrong with it."
Pretty sure there was a time when like she brought home a black dude, and he was like,
on Archie.
Yeah,
that would have been fucking. That is 100% never happened, but that would have been amazing.
No, Tuck. What was your favorite line in high school with the girls? Hey,
do you want to piss your dad off?
Yeah, you want to disappoint your father?
That shit works. It's like,
I mean, he didn't say disappoint. He said piss off. But
it alternates. It's sometimes it was like, look, if you want to let your dad down in every conceivable way, Chris Tucker, nice to meet you. How are you? How do you do?
And if they just knew how like the cute little mulatto babies you make, I mean, it'd been perfect. He's
amazing. We went to the park today. He's at a point now where he regularly goes to the park, which is fucked up. Because like I took him to the park and he got on the swing and he enjoys that and he got on a slide.
He doesn't freak out.
He doesn't freak out. He used to, but he now enjoys it. He got on a slide. He was having a good time. and I'm watching him like interact with other kids and play with these different things at the park, and I'm like, you came screaming out of my balls, and now look at you. You're dressed. You're playing with other kids. You're on a swing. Shot.
I mean,
1 in a billion.
if you think about it, technically, he's like living cum.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, even when Erica was pregnant, I referred to him as a parasite all the time. I was like, he's this thing that's eating off of you. And then I realized, truly how large he was going to get. But he's the one. He's the nut that survived. It's fucked up. Kids are a real fucked up experience. I smoked before the show, just if that wasn't clear.
Not once, but he did twice.
I had the original, like, I got here smoke, and then it was like, let's begin smoke.
The pre-show.
Yeah,
it was the pre-show smoke, and then just the pre-show smoke.
Which is always great to do when you're currently battling a cough. Like, just how much more smoke can we get inside your body?
Yeah.
But I'm feeling great. I'm having a good time.
Yeah, man, it was fun. Ben got here late, so me and Chris were here for like 45 minutes. Just
where do we land on my Freak a Leak? Is that coming back?
I just sent you a message. I forgot what I was looking up.
Oh, Freak a Leak by P.D. Pablo. Oh, old senile fuck. Freak a Leak, P.D. Pablo.
So it's
beautiful.
Peetey.
There you go. Sorry.
And then Pablo.
I just assumed he knew how to spell P.D. Pablo.
No. He would have spelled it like the white way, like Petie. But this is the hood way.
This is that South way, that North Carolina.
What was that genre called? That music genre?
No, I don't know. If you're in the YouTube chat,
this is where we need Atlanta Dan and
Guan. I miss that.
We have
dude.
no idea what happened to Atlanta Dan. If dude, hit us up, man. It's been a while.
You should know, Dan. If I don't talk to anyone for more than like 2 or 3 weeks, I assume they've been taken. So like, if you're fine and healthy, please. Oh shit!
Turn up.
This is like a dog whistle for Atlanta Dan. He'll be back. Crunk music? Was it crunk? I feel like it was crunk.
Was it?
From the front. Gotta do it from the back. Look, gospel. Okay. This is but listen to how quick this song turns. Nothing bad. Everything seems fine. That's late. A bit rude. Oh. He's drugging this one. Oh, right.
They're not scared.
No.
It's good.
Which I'm assuming he's trying to convince us, like most women I have sex with are scared.
Oh, yeah.
It's us.
Yeah. Anaconda. All right.
Oh, he's getting ready to
Hey, Tuck. What was the most popular song of this type of genre? Like the one there was one that got played. I mean, like the beginning of college football games on like broadcast stuff like that.
Oh man.
I would think like
Kind of got like the
to
same
the windows,
backbeat.
to the windows,
Kind of got like the same backbeat almost.
to the wow.
Yeah, it's gotta be some Lil Jon shit. Yeah.
Get low, low.
Maybe.
Lil Jon and the
To
East
the
Side Boys.
window.
To the wow.
To the wows.
To the sweat drop down my balls.
Bows.
All these females growl.
Growl.
Ski.
Motherfucker.
See, I'm a radio play guy, man.
See.
I like a nice
You gotta
edited
get the
Christian
You gotta
version.
get the dirty version.
Bone Crusher, Never Scared. That wasn't like a big one, but that was one. I like a fat dude that's doing something in the industry,
And not afraid to take off his shirt too. That guy was constantly shirtless.
making me look better in comparison.
Yeah.
That's mostly what I'm looking for from my crunk superstars.
What was
Watching too much wrestling.
what was the white dude's name?
Crunk Superstars.
Paul Wall?
No, not Paul Wall.
Bubba Sparks.
Bubba Sparks.
Call it Bubba Sparks.
Yeah.
Boy, rocking everywhere.
That one got big play too.
Why are we talking about analyzing crunk music in 2019?
And yeah, you had like Lil Jon.
Can we get some salt chicken?
What were they called? Lil Jon and the East Side Boys.
Lil Jon East Side Boys.
And then they had Birdman and Juvenile.
Juvenile's back to thing. That is a classic. Like I spent summers in the South. That was a classic, like hot Louisiana butt shaking song. Good old American rump shaking.
Jose on our YouTube channel, and if you guys aren't in the live chat, and we are live right now on a fine Tuesday evening here in Gardena, we are on youtube.com/Riot Squadcast, and the live chat is always fun as always. Jose says, I'm convinced Atlanta Dan was actually Bubba Sparks. Which would have been absolutely amazing. Like his pseudonym is Atlanta Dan, which I'm pretty sure he was from like Alabama or Mississippi.
And my voice can never do that. Ooh. Get low, get low, get low, get low. Through the windows, to the walls. To the sweat drop down my balls. To all these bitches crawl. To all these skeet fucking us. To all skeet. Goddamn.
The dirty version's so much better, man.
All right,
Anyways.
let's just keep going, man.
You gotta have some Juvenile. Juvenile was like, that's where it started.
It would make more sense if we were playing like Atlanta this weekend.
Yeah.
We were going to Houston.
Houston.
I mean, you can do Houston rap.
Yeah.
H-Town rap.
What was that dude who did like the Houston theme song when they did like MLS?
Slim Thug?
Was that Slim Thug? No.
Is there a chance I pulled that off the top of my head, which would be nice? For Houston, I don't know. I can look it up.
It was like an artist that you'd be like, oh, damn, okay.
Let's see. Houston
Dynamo rap song.
I'm not seeing anything. Although apparently Paul Wall performed at a fucking Dynamo match. Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
Who?
Yeah, this is the jam, dude.
Right. Squadcast karaoke night.
This was my first exposure to women.
Right, Crunkcast.
This was my first exposure to thick black women. And then the internet came along. I was like, oh, sweet. Now more fun.
This is another summer in the South. Because my brother and I used to have to go to like probably 2 or 3 times a week because there's nothing to do. This is,
like,
you got to understand this.
Like sweat.
This isn't like pre-internet. There was internet, but it wasn't like, you didn't just sit online all day like people do now. There wasn't a Twitter.
Like, you would sit there for 2 hours to upload like 3 images.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing my best to download pornography as quickly as humanly possible.
And it's just.
But I'm in
it's
fucking
pixelated.
Tennessee.
And it's just, I mean.
But like, the year I spent down in New Orleans during the summer, this song was big. So my brother and I, probably 2 or 3 nights a week, we go to the roller skating rink.
Of course.
And he had this girl that he liked. So he started like putting on too much cologne. Because we're here for like fucking 3 weeks in the South in the summer, a place I objectively do not fucking belong. But we would go there and the sheer mass of cheek for like a 10, 11-year-old Chris Tucker. It was a better time. That's all it was.
I miss roller rinks, man.
I'm sure there's still a thing. We should do a fucking roller rink night.
The only one I knew it was over here in Cerritos, but they closed that down.
Yeah, the only one I know is in like Fountain Valley, and they didn't let us play this in Fountain Valley.
Well, the Ying Yang Twins.
Yeah, play the Whisper song. Nice there, wanna fight there. I could fuck you right there all night, chair.
That used to be so, like, if you grew up in the area.
Vin's never heard of this song. He's loving it. Well,
I'm actually digging this.
For all the titty bars you've been to in your life, I can't imagine you haven't heard this.
I'm sure.
Well, he was like Poison era titty bars. Like,
oh yeah.
He wasn't like late 90s, early 2000s titty bars.
But I also feel like you can go into a titty bar. You can go to
here.
a titty bar right now and hear this song.
Well, technically,
it's timeless.
Technically, when he was in like Saudi Arabia, he was like, I don't know what kind of titty bars they had out there for him.
He's in Thailand. It's like bang,
it's
bang,
like
bang.
No, they're just in like a burqa with like just holes cut out, you know.
Sure. Nope. Not gonna go down there.
Come on, I almost had you.
Nope.
Just grab my hand, Ed. I'll lead the way. Let's go.
Daniel Mancho in the live chat says Ben was 45 when the song came out.
I love it.
So we're just not gonna talk Galaxy today, right? Who cares?
I do want to hear some Whisper song though, if we can make that happen. Just go ahead and sprinkle that bad boy in. Is there a situation where I can just like request music that he plays on like a music bed for the whole show?
I mean, that's how
you get it to me ahead of time, and maybe we could set that up.
That's how Squadcast do, right?
I would continuously over the course of the episode, I would just give you new songs to play. So like halfway through this one, I'll give you another one, and then you just load that one up.
What am I looking for? Whisper what?
Whisper Song by the Yin Yang Twins.
Yin Yang Twins.
Travis Johnson really liked the Yin Yang Twins more than any person not related to them. I'm trying to get that guy back in the group chat.
I'm trying to look up some southern, like some crunk music, and I'm like, I have no idea who any of these people are.
This is like for every person who's like, every time I listen to the Squadcast at work, I end up looking like an idiot. And now it's like 2003 crunk music is coming on.
You definitely should not. If you listen to this at work, you are an idiot pretty much.
Just headphones.
Just imagine if your Bluetooth goes out and it keeps on playing. And it's like, yeah, lick the butthole. Just whisper it. How high were these fucking people the day they sat down and was like, let's do a song where we just whisper in our disgusting fucking accent?
These are the same guys who go hey all the time.
Hey bitch. Like, there's nothing romantic about the hey bitch part.
Oh boy, this is getting weird.
Like, you're in the music video, he's like whispering in a lady's ear and presumably being like, I'm gonna beat that pussy up like B.I.B.
This has got to be the most awkward opening to a show.
Oh, it gets
we've ever
worse.
done.
This is, again, whispering into a woman's ear. He sat down and wrote this song.
If you are out there listening, just go ahead and like and share us right now.
Tell your friends.
Share us on your local Christian dating sites. That's a good listen to.
I see why Baxter doesn't associate with trash like this.
We're trashed.
Did you see
What
my
about-
tweet?
what about
Did you see my tweet about
Trillville?
him? Did you see my tweet where I called him trash? Somebody said something. Oh, when he was criticizing the fake Baxter account, I had to tweet out there because he said, "Oh yeah, our legal's looking into it."
Like they were two shits.
What about that? What's that group? Trillville.
Trillville, Some Cut?
Or it was like Never Ever or something like that.
I don't know. I know Some Cut where it's Some Cut's one of the worst. I mean, I love it. I've listened to that song in the last 8 months, 100%. I've listened to it in the last 2 months.
You look up just like crunk music list, and it's just nothing but Little John.
Well, he's a pioneer.
What's up with some 3-6 Mafia
3-6 Mafia.
with the guy who had like the small hand?
Oscar award winners.
Yeah, dude, for Hustlers.
3-6 Mafia got one before Leonardo DiCaprio.
Take that, asshole.
Why is he an asshole? What did he do to you?
Oh, he's an asshole, man. I don't know why.
Looking beautiful and being great at acting.
And being an environmentalist while also owning a giant yacht.
I
I was like, what's going on? Wait, what is that squeaky?
This is the song is the melody for the song is like Bed Springs because they're fucking it. They fuck a lot. That's what they're saying. This is I'm gonna apologize for this song in advance because I shouldn't know this. But
Wait, Tucker's apologizing.
Maybe we should have played it. Yeah, maybe we should stop it here.
It's we've played worse for sure. This is just like one of me and my brother's songs, which is weird.
Oh, I know the song.
Get in them gods, been caught. Oh yeah,
Cow.
cow
To the mall.
in the mouth. My balls. Oh yeah, Funkadelic. What's the business, baby? It's so simple. It's like Shakespearean. Although I guess he was really complicated, so it doesn't really work.
One of my favorite, and like it's not even a joke. Trick Daddy, I'm a Thug.
Trick Daddy. Oh, can you play that?
That's genuinely a good song.
I re-fell in love with Trick Daddy over the last like probably 2 or 3 weeks.
That's genuinely a good song. Baby, cause I'm a thug.
I wanted to do a Galaxy song of that.
Baby, cause I'm a thug. Oh, baby, cause I'm a G.
Baby, because I'm a G. Well, I think we actually wrote one in the Discord. It's like, I don't know what this year's gonna bring, but I know one thing.
This is honestly one of my favorite songs. Every time it comes on, it's like a hype song, you know?
We might not talk about the Galaxy, but this is already my favorite episode.
Yeah. Turn it up a little bit, man.
Check it out. I don't know what this year's gonna bring, but I know one thing, that this is the club for me. Baby, cause I'm a G. Baby, cause I'm a thug.
Benjamin, I guess we should start the show.
At some point.
It's 20 minutes in, right?
Just, you can leave this on there.
I know. I'm cool with the song actually.
All right, turn down a little bit. We'll talk about. Do you want to play the Lars News jingle over it?
Sure. I'm raised a little different, y'all. Dang, use my ghetto swag. I'm up some thug.
I was like, that's it.
He's just ruining 2 songs.
I know. One time. All right, so a couple things. One, your 2019 Lars Player of the Year, the one, Jonathan Dos Santos. Deserved. Much deserved.
Yes.
Apparently controversial to one person.
He's the right winner.
How come this song should be a Galaxy song?
Fucking thank you.
Yeah, why not?
Absolutely.
Niggas be like,
Anyways,
so many hoes.
2019 Lars Player of the Year, Jonathan Dos Santos, very much deserved.
Yes.
You know, not the whole point of the Lars Trophy is to be the person who you felt most represents Lars, not the best player.
Can I just throw in?
Embodies.
I'm put the number up on the screen. If you got a Crunk song you want to hear, go ahead and call in.
Crunk only tonight.
Crunk only. We'll get it on.
I think someone posted in there another song that we can post later. What was it? I should have had it.
I'm going to send it to you in the Discord then, for what I want.
I'll play some Mystical.
Oh, fucking Mystical. Danger!
Oh, shit.
Danger!
Also, this weekend is going to be the last game. Yeah, last game of the regular season. Like you know, it's a away game. There's going to be tons and tons of away viewing parties. Make sure you keep your eyeballs glued to Angel City Brigade and the Riot Squad. Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. They'll be posted all on there. You're guaranteed to have one within, 20-minute driving from you. Go out, make some new friends. I think that's been one of the great things this year has been the growth of the viewing parties, not just like having like the one centralized one.
Yeah.
Spread it out. Spread the love.
Just make it as easy as possible for multiple, people in different areas. We are all smart enough to understand how Los Angeles works.
Yeah.
A lot of people live in a lot of different spaces, so it's been, and it's happened for a couple years, but it's been a great thing for this season. I think it's worked out beautifully.
This year especially, it's just, and it's been not just in California. I mean, the Vegas one.
Yeah.
I mean, Southern California had San Diego pop up. Danger.
Temecula Valley.
I mean, it's been amazing. Anyways,
this is difficult for you because there's a lot of nigga going around, and you're one of the good Hispanic people who don't really toss that out.
I hate that. I hate when Mexican people are use the N-word. I'm like, no, you no.
You remember my buddy Travis Johnson?
You brown, but you're not.
You're not that. A couple more. He asked me what I wanted for my birthday one year, and I was like, drop the N-bomb. And he was like, why? I was like, because I'm going to punch you when you do.
But, I mean, just ask to punch him in the face then.
I could have I should have just punched him when he was sleeping.
Yeah. Donkey punch.
What? At the same time, Mystical's assisting you?
Donkey punch. Let's talk about Vancouver. We don't have to, get into the nitty gritty of the game. It is what it is.
So long.
I don't know. I felt like the team looked. They obviously looked tired. I mean, they didn't play well. The defense was again awful against a Vancouver team who has been terrible all year. But this has been the Galaxy MO, right?
Well, it's that blowing hot and blowing cold, and that was the concern. Andrew was even talking about it last week with people feeling like it's this Destiny team that we're going to be able to go forward and
win a cup this year. Stupid right now.
Yeah. Win a cup this year, and it's like we're certainly talented enough and we're good enough, and you can see in the games leading up to between these two trap games of Colorado and Vancouver, we can put it together when we want to, but we're definitely always good for a goal or three on a bad night, and this happened to be a bad night.
It just goes to it's like this whole thing where we play the terrible, quote unquote, terrible teams, and just go down to their level, I guess.
Playing down.
You're playing down to them. We did it twice against Colorado. When New England, where they just got Bruce Arena, but they were still the worst in the East. Now you lose against Vancouver, who has had an awful. They didn't score more than 2 goals like the entire year, I think, or something like that, or like 3 goals the entire year, and then they put 4 against us. I mean, it's just
Really, the only thing to say is, bitch, that's what it is.
You're loving the crunk music,
I am,
aren't you?
dude.
it's so weird. Like Ben just like he like grew like a shade darker, just like right there. It was weird.
He's really angry.
Oh, that's so weird. Why Ben has a do-rag on now? It's so weird. He has like 3 gold chains that just manifested out of nowhere.
Ben, is that a joint? Is that a grill?
Oh shit!
That's a spectacular grill, Benjamin. I don't know where you got it from.
Who do you bring grills
Jacob.
back?
It's got to be Jacob. Was that grills from was it Nelly featuring Paul Wall?
Oh boy.
You don't remember that song?
No, I remember that song.
These are all classics today.
Paul Wall was the worst of the white Southern rappers.
The jewelry store, tell him make me a grill. Grill.
As that beats kind of good though.
Yeah, bro, that's it. Well, this era is all beats.
It's all about beats, yeah. Now it's like because all the beats are the same. It's all trap. It's all trap music.
Mm-hmm. It's just trap music and Childish Gambino
Trap
acting as if he's better
music's
than
next
everyone.
week, man. We got that covered next week.
Well, apparently they're asking for some Houston, some Mike Jones. What was his?
You guys got to understand. You have to offer Ben a specific song. He has never heard Mike Jones in his life.
Yeah.
I'm with you. You can say Mike Jones, and I'll recommend some
The
songs.
Monkeys or something like that.
Why is the Monkeys? The Monkeys in my life.
Oh my God. What was his group? The
No, I'm sending it to him right now. Don't worry about
Nelly and the
it. Saint Lunatics.
Saint Lunatics.
I feel like my absorption of all this pop media when I was in high school is finally paying off.
Why
'Cause I got all these answers
Why
for
did the
it.
guy have the Phantom of the Opera mask on?
That was his thing, man. It didn't work out. Sometimes these things don't work out. You just gotta throw shit against the wall. You're trying to make it out of St. Louis. You're losing your football team to Los Angeles again.
It's like 15 years later.
Hey, look, don't worry about that. Time doesn't mean anything to me anymore. I'm like Doctor Strange. It's all one long continuous day.
But yeah, back to the Vancouver. Oh, we had a call. 323. 323. Who's this?
323 Mafia.
Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear us?
Yeah, they should be able to.
We can't.
Are
hear
you
you.
there? 323.
I don't know. We can't hear you, man.
Are you okay? Are you in a safe place?
What if this was like a fucking panic room?
Are you in your panic room? Look,
Is Forrest Whitaker coming to get you?
what you should do: go in the panic room. You know your daughter's out there. Just leave her.
We're the only people who don't hang up on a call where we can't hear them.
All right, whoever called, call back. 323. Whoever it was, call back.
Fuck it, we'll call them.
Oh, I think. Who's calling now? Is that Andrew?
Nah, Andrew's. I think he's got 818.
Hello,
That's Andrew.
Andrew. Is that you? 818.
No, this is Rodrigo Rodriguez.
Yo,
Rodrigo, hey.
what
Oh,
up, dude?
This fine gentleman
cracking
came to
back
my
in?
son's birthday party.
Yes, it was amazing. It was dope.
Thank you for coming, sir. I appreciate that.
What's
No,
good,
thank
man?
you for inviting me. Jeez.
Well, Erica invited you. I'm not going to lie. I would have invited you, but she handles all the business aspect of my life.
Chris just has to show up.
I genuinely, it's just like the show. I just show up. I bring the gold. I bring nothing but the hits, and then everything's good. It's a fun time.
So what's up, man?
Everything falls into-
What you got to say?
Yo, man, I'm loving the old school crunk. The throwback is great. Throw me back to high school. Ben, can you play some Nuck If You Buck?
When did this became just like a call-in show now? Like, hey, here's the request line is open now on
Hey, we're not good at this.
562-641-5277 here on the Lars line.
We're not good at talking soccer, so at least play some fucking music.
It doesn't matter. Like this weekend, it didn't matter, right?
We got to do like an Art LeBeau week where we just play nothing but fucking. We do fucking Galaxy request line where it's like you fucking what's her name Christian dedicate a song to Wendy. What's wrong with you? Make that girl
This
feel
is for
special.
my girl Lahaina. I love you, baby. Once I get out of juvie, like we'll be all right.
It's like Danny for Kika.
Hey, Maria, this is me, Mario. I'm your puppet. I'm with baby.
I'm your puppy. Boop, boop, boop. Oh,
Oh,
shit.
shit.
What happened? Did we lose him?
The exact opposite.
Oh,
You book.
well, he's gonna. I think he might not be able to hear it on the delay. Can you hear the song?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Oh,
but
sweet.
I'm a hang up so I can hear it back on YouTube. But
All right, Rodrigo. Thank you for calling in, man. We'll talk to you later, man.
All right, peace out, boys.
All right, later,
Thank
man.
you, sir.
Cheese up.
Cheese up.
Cheese up.
This is the best idea we've ever had.
Oh, we got two dueling songs.
I came up with an idea I want to do for the Christmas time.
What do you?
I can't talk about it yet.
Okay,
So, shh.
off the mic.
Yeah. We really got to get a camera in here.
We do have cameras.
Well, that are on. I think I blew out his light bulb. I was trying to make a strobe light.
I had an idea. Ben, you wanna turn it down a little bit?
I mean, I will. I don't want to, but I'll do it.
I have a theory, or maybe even like a conspiracy theory, if you would say. Nothing to do with any of the stuff, you know.
You learned your lesson.
I learned my lesson.
Okay.
Here's my conspiracy theory.
You see, Obama, he was born in Kenya. I said it. You're
No,
good.
thank you. The birth certificate. Where is the birth certificate, Chris?
Long form, the original printing, like everyone keeps.
Yeah, exactly. And it has to have the stamp of the seal. You know, so
Of Nebraska. It's like, he's born in Hawaii. Doesn't matter.
my conspiracy theory is this team is that what if we're playing terribly or like inconsistent on purpose?
Yeah.
3-2-3. Can you hear me? 3-2-3.
It's not working, brother.
I think it's Jose
Jesus.
trying to call in.
I think I've ever actually listened to this woman.
Jose, we're trying to answer your phone call. Maybe we'll call you. We'll call you.
Yeah, it's just-
Anyways,
Keep
my
going.
conspiracy theory, right, is that we're playing inconsistently, so that when we go into the playoffs, the teams don't know what they're getting, right?
Okay.
And then we just bombard them, and we run through the playoffs because we're just like, you thought we were like not good, or we weren't gonna give you a good day, and boom.
So you're saying you're still
7-2
staying
games.
overly wow. You're still staying overly positive.
no, we're gonna get bounced in the first round.
Okay. I don't think we're getting bounced in the first round. This is the thing. No one can see that you're making that face.
But you can see it.
I can see. I feel it. This is the thing. Like, we have the ability to do it. It can be. Like, I'm not in a position, and I don't think anyone really should be in a position to say the Galaxy are definitively getting knocked out in this round, or they're definitively going to make it through in this game. Because you genuinely don't know who's going to show up.
That's the Galaxy 2019 in a nutshell.
Hey, we just had a couple missed calls. 310. If you want to call back, we'll get you on.
But you know what I mean? Like, I can say, yeah, we might beat LAFC if we have them. Well, we'll definitely beat LAFC because we don't lose to them.
Yeah, we don't
but
lose
like, we might beat a Portland. We might beat a San Jose. But we might lose. We might lose to Seattle. You know, we genuinely anyone can show up. We could have a 7-2 game.
310.
310. Who is this?
It's Fernando.
What up, Fernando? How's it going, man?
Good, man. How about you guys?
Good. First off, what's your song request?
That way, Ben's got some
man,
time.
it's we gotta prepare for Houston away, dude. We gotta listen to Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
Who?
All right. What song specifically do you
Still
want?
tipping, bro. Still tipping, bro.
Still tipping.
Literally the song I just sent Ben to play.
Did you?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. So what'd you think of this game against Vancouver?
I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm gonna sing over you.
Oh man, it's frustrating, dude. It was frustrating, dude, and you know, I'm not blaming Lampson, but this game just made me appreciate Bingham even more now, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's a very smart take, sir.
I agree. I mean,
Foes.
look, let's not get ahead of ourselves thinking that Bingham is like better because Lampson is worse.
No, he's just as slightly above average as he was going into this game.
Yeah.
but he's still slightly above
Yeah,
average.
I mean, I'm not saying Bing is like fucking elite, like David De Gea or something like that. You know, some shit like that. I'm just saying that there's a reason why the guy leads the league in saves. You know,
Well, and I don't even know if I take David De Gea on this team right now, anyways, either. But yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we have
I take Mike McGee on this team.
we have a mediocre goalkeeper in Bingham, and we have a subpar
Questionable
backup.
defense. Oh, and we have a, because I'm boss hog on K&D, we have a very MLS setup for our keepers. Rarely in the league do you have that setup we had where you had Ricketts and then you had Saunders backing him up.
Yeah.
We had two guys who not only could go, but could regularly start from most teams. Most backups in MLS are guys you don't want to see on the field regularly. That's how they kind of got that position. Matt Lampson, all due respect, is a guy who couldn't cut it at Minnesota. Like, he was never really going to come here and be this outstanding guy. He's supposed to be able to fill in a little bit. Poor game. And it's something we've talked about the last couple of weeks. What you want in this second team are these guys who are immediately ready to step in, and he's not.
But and let's not
What,
let's not put.
Did he start first for Cholos? Was it Cholos? Was he the one started first?
He put in the what was it, the
League Cup game?
Leagues Cup or whatever? Yeah, that's the other game he played in. Here's the thing, though. I wouldn't put that entire performance on Lampson. That our defense was terrible.
Yeah, our defense is terrible, of course, you know, and then we got caught on the counter, dude, you know.
You can't blame Lampson on that fourth goal. It's a 2v1. I mean, 99% of the chance no goalkeeper's going to save that.
Right. Hang on.
Yeah, no, that one. That's why I'm not entirely putting the blame on him, but I mean, you gotta have to feel like you think Bingham might have done a better job for the other goals. Maybe, I don't know.
Look, I mean, I think we should just be
Bingham more when you know.
Yeah, I mean, I trust Bingham more, obviously, too. But it's you have a mediocre goalkeeper Bingham compared to a subpar goalkeeper who honestly should probably be playing in USL.
He at least play regularly.
Even then, you're like, you know.
I mean, it's admirable for any person that wants to hang out and say I'm going to fight for my spot. It's not gonna happen here. Like, if we can be honest about Matt Lampson, he seems like a fine person and an okay keeper. He's never going to be the starting keeper here.
And for the option, I mean, if you're playing him 3 games a year,
he should get Open Cup games, and I think Bingham got both the Open Cup games.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I don't know why they picked Bingham for the Open Cup game. And also, with Corona, you know, they're saying that Corona didn't start because he was tired. And I guess they don't want to risk him getting injured.
Yeah.
I think that kind of, you know, that kind of messed with the chemistry in the midfield, too.
Well, I mean, yeah, and then you saw that these guys played 3 games in a week. If there's ever a game you can give people rest, it's going to be against Vancouver.
Yeah, well, obviously that didn't work too well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what's the deal with Fabio? Is Fabio still out, man? I didn't look into him. He's still out, man? Or
Fabio's still out with an injury. Fabio. He's still out with an injury.
On the bench.
I still, even if Fabio was good to go, I mean, when you have everyone healthy, I still would start the Corona, Leggett.
You'd prefer the Corona trio that's clearly been working.
Put in more work.
All right, Fernando, anything else you want to talk about this game, man?
No, man, that's pretty much it, man. You know, that's pretty much it, man. That's all we can say, man. It's a frustrating game. You expected us to win easily, but you know.
Yeah, I think that's
like this happens. Yeah,
I think that's what's everyone. What the? Jesus. No, I think that's kind of everyone's frustration is that with these teams that we're supposed to beat that we're not beating, and going into playoffs, it's just, I guess, bringing everyone back down to earth a little bit. So that's what's frustrating. All right, Fernando, thank you so much for calling in, man.
All right. Thanks, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
You remember Bone Crusher?
Yeah, dude. I remember this video. He's like 50-foot man, like going through a city, like destroying a city.
I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice to at least get a point out of it, and it sucks that close to the end of the match.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is, again, Guillermo does not play for ties. He does not.
No. He's going for the win.
is going for the win.
He's going for the win. We got it on we got bit on a counterattack, and that had been happening a lot. Like, we had been pressing so hard. We had just made all 3 of our substitutions, and we're genuinely trying to go for our home win, which would have been nice. But I mean, it ended in the exact opposite way. The exact opposite way of what you're hoping for. So, it's one of those games.
I think what's more frustrating too was that, I mean, and I guess this might be a good advocate of a game, like if you took someone to their first MLS game or whatever, like
Great commercial,
high scoring
for someone who doesn't know, and someone
Thank
who
you for
doesn't.
calling the sex line.
What's
What's your name, Daddy?
Hey, 323, we're trying to call you back.
I'm not sure they want to answer
Now,
the
Jose,
phone.
pick up
after
your
that.
phone, dude. Jose, we're trying to pick you up, trying to call you back.
Oh, jeez,
Yo, go ahead.
he's taking a turn.
Hello?
Yo, Jose, what's up, dude?
What's up, man? How you guys going?
Just playing phone tag with you, man.
I know we are, man. It's like I'm in middle school again.
So
Don't play mom, right?
what's your song request?
Oh shit, I got one. It's not
This for
Chronicles.
Nestor Gonzalez, that big, beautiful bastard. Shake that monkey.
Shake that monkey.
Shake it, Dan. Shake it.
Who's that from?
Anyway, I'm too short.
Oh, Too Short. Yeah, that's right.
Too Short,
Come on,
featuring Lil
man.
Jon
Bro,
and the
bro,
East Side
man.
Boys.
I'm having too much fun over here, dude.
I know.
Sorry, what's
What's up with Osama bin body, dude?
Wait, say that again.
Can I ask you, what do you think happened to Osama bin Laden's body? How come you never saw it?
Oh, because they just shaved his head and he's living in New Jersey now.
Fucking Jersey.
I mean,
You can't hear it.
I can't hear him because he's playing the song over him.
yeah. I just wanted to do it for Nestor. Nestor, it's for you, buddy. All right, guys.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
For you, Nestor. Ed, give him the long distance dedication.
This is for you, Big Daddy. Big Daddy Nestor. I can't wait to see you when I get home.
Make your ass shut your flow like your legs are broke. Take that big old booty girl and scrub the ground. You can do it up and down, around and round. As long as that pussy ain't stiff, dance and make all the niggas.
Oh my
look at
god,
that
this
shit.
is the weirdest fucking show we've done ever. Ever.
Remember when we played BTS and you got mad?
Did I?
Hey, you weren't a fan. I think you were not. You're not everyone knows you're not really an angry person, Ed. You don't really lash out.
Says who? This was his pre-marriage?
Oh, what does that mean?
Like, I don't know. Anyways. Oh, yeah.
I do have a theory about Bin Laden's body.
Let me just hear it.
I think it's like in those Indiana Jones crates.
What was it called? The Covenant?
The Ark of the Covenant.
Ark of the
where
Covenant.
they went into fucking I assumed like a early CIA kind of thing. And, well, I'm assuming Americans owned it. Is that am I misreading the end of Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark?
I mean, it's been like 20 years since I've seen the movie, so I don't know.
I just assumed like the Americans had it at the end. Maybe because we won.
USA.
Yeah.
USA.
Soldiers flag freedom.
USA. Rock flag Eagles.
Rock flag and eagle. Yeah. But I think that I think we got it. I like to think
Hamburgers, racism.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
Both of those wrapped up into one.
Yeah.
I just assume there's somewhere. I like to think in my heart in what's the mountain with all the presidents on it? Mount Rushmore.
Rushmore.
Like if you can get inside of Mount Rushmore, it's like Batman's Rogues Gallery where he keeps all those prizes and artifacts and shit.
Yeah.
And in there, in a Empire Strikes Back Bacta tank, it's just Osama bin Laden's fucking corpse floating in from Maldehyde, where I can go up and
818. Who's this?
see it.
Who do you think this is?
Yeah.
Well, we had an 818 earlier, so I thought that was you.
Who do
Shahoo!
you think this is? Who the fuck else would it be?
All right.
Fuck Nestor.
First off, what's your song request?
Outcast Players Ball.
That's wrong. It's UGK Players Ball.
That's a great song.
What?
No, I don't know.
No.
I think you're talking about a different
No,
song.
Outcast has a song called Players Ball.
Oh, what am I thinking?
UGK.
What's the UGK one?
Um,
International Players
International
Anthem.
Player
Yeah.
Anthem.
Oh,
You
that's a good
stupid.
that's a good fucking
Don't
song.
question me, bitch.
Hey, hang up on this guy.
you can play a song.
Oh shit! He did.
It's fucking
We'll
Ben. Of
play.
course he
We'll play your
was.
song. But that UGK song is good too, man. Huh? Play the next.
Sure.
Play the next.
Them but them blacks.
I never heard this song before.
All the play.
No?
All the hustle.
Outcast.
Well, you know, my Outcast is like, hey, it's like the.
Everything with the music video.
Yeah, exactly.
It's beginning to look a lot like wood. Follow my every step. Take notes on how I crap. I was about to go
What is the next topic, sir?
Let's talk.
Is this volume going to be like normal for everyone the whole time, or are you just blowing out their speakers over and over again? All right, well, at least you guys know I
The
asked.
songs are getting on in a timely fashion, aren't they?
Let's
Come on.
Hold on. First off, big ups, as they say, to DJ Maple Leaf. Holding it down on the ones and twos.
DJ Syrup Sucker.
I think that one wins, sir. I give you a line head, and you just weave the bitch into gold. My little Rumpelstiltskin.
Let's talk a little Ephraim. My man gets a start in this game.
Andrew,
What's going on?
Andrew,
Oh yeah.
now he doesn't feel bad about doxing Ben.
Let's talk Ephraim, man. Again, you know, this is his time to shine a little bit, to get his minutes in, and just again, seems like he just falls on his face.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of been his big issue, is the inconsistency. Like, not necessarily taking advantage of his minutes in the same way you had from, like, Julian Araujo. When he got on the field, like, he did something with it. He made you... There was a part of you, and you regularly said, he should be starting, or he should be first up, he should be ready next season going into next year. Plan on him being your right back. Of the first team minutes you saw from Ephraim this season, for the most part, you didn't really walk away saying he should be getting minutes more often.
It was more like, ooh, maybe he should calm down a little bit on that.
And he's still, I mean, look, he's still young. He's still got time to come through, and there's opportunities if that ends up working out. And if not, you know, what are you going to do? But
there's a little, I've heard from the
scuttlebutt
for a little bit about
but
Mr.
like,
Ephraim.
if it were to happen, you know, if he were to come through, it's not really based on this year. This does feel kind of wasted, where if he probably could have played more consistently with G2 and at least got regular minutes out of it.
Yeah. No, I mean, and I don't know if Andrew wants to call back again. I don't know if he wants to talk a little Ephraim, which we heard a little thing from him after the game.
Hey, call back, Andrew.
And I guess this was said to a couple people that Ephraim might not be here come next year. What do you think of that?
Well, so where does that come from?
I mean, so this is basically from after the game was over. You know, the players would walk around, do a little autograph session.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently he told people that he wasn't going to be here next year.
What did he say? That he was
Andrew's on the line.
heading for Europe.
Yeah. Andrew,
Hello,
you online?
All right, I'll stop making fun of you.
So
Making amends.
we're talking a little Ephraim. Do you want to tell us what happened?
Yeah, so he came over to sign autographs, and you know, I thanked him for his service this year, and you know, for all whatever he contributed. I was like, I hope next year you play more. Hope to see you starting more often next year. And he said, "Oh, I'm leaving. I'm going to Europe." And then like he left, like he didn't even like he just like sat it on me.
Wow.
Like he just left it, and then like went and signed other shit. I was like, fuck. And then he went and talked to someone else, and he told them that too. I forgot who it was that he told, but he told them that too. He says he's leaving. Now he didn't say like I'm leaving for good, but it was like I'm not going to be here at the beginning of the season next year type deal. Like I don't know, it wasn't good.
But you got the feeling it
bad.
was definitive. It's decided. It's done.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's straight up telling people that, like telling random people. I mean,
Like, he doesn't
telling
know. He
random
doesn't know
people,
any
I
of
guess.
you from Adam.
Here's the thing. If what we saw from him here, what makes you think that he goes to Europe and he does anything like significant?
They'll play him.
Will they?
Well,
though?
that's what I want to know.
What, they'll at
Where's
least
he
play
going?
him.
Is he going to go to like the championship? No, he's too small to play in the championship.
Yeah, go to the
Is he gonna
Bundesliga
go
like
to
the rest of the kids.
FPL? Like where in Europe are we talking? Like
Is he going to Sweden? Is he going to play in Sweden? Like, do you think he'll fit in there?
No, I think it's
I don't know,
it's
like,
probably closer to the Alex Mendez and Uli deals. Where it was like, where I think Alex Mendez ended up at Ajax when all things said and done. But, Uli was trying out for, what was it, Wolfsburg and Freiburg. Like, you're having these kids who didn't show a whole lot while they were on G2.
So that means he's gone then. That means he's like gone. He's not on loan somewhere.
Oh, yeah, well, based on, I mean, at least, and granted, I guess I'm at third-hand knowledge at this point. Based on how I took what I heard about him telling people he was leaving to Europe, it was
like
it was done and I'm out of here. Yeah. But we signed him to a first-team deal recently, so I mean, we're going to get something out of it. He can't just go.
Did he sign a first-year deal last year?
I think it was last season.
Anyways, but yeah, thank you, Andrew. We appreciate that, man. Do you got another request?
You're welcome. I don't know. Whatever my next request is, whatever Nestor requests, just say no.
Okay, we got you.
So your request, nullify Nestor's request.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in on that.
All right, we got that. All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right.
Apology accepted, Andrew. Thanks.
According,
man.
I'm going to clip that.
According to Transfer Market, which we've used for some stats, but for the most part, you kind of know to take with a grain of salt. Don't take them as gospel. They are incorrect sometimes. They have Efrain's contract running until December 31st, 2019. Ooh. Well, that could be bad.
I feel like though that's like a thing where it
would be bad for us. I mean, if he's under contract and he's going to Europe, we're going to get 100% of whatever he gets transferred for.
Here's the thing. I feel like it's the thing where it's like the 2-year and then like the team option kind of thing, but they might not report the team option because it's technically not there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking maybe they exercise that contract.
Like it hasn't been exercised yet, so
yeah.
You wouldn't say he's on until 2020.
Exactly.
We do often put in options
constantly,
and I would have to imagine for like a youth player that you're giving a first team deal, the expectation is
and
we're going to kind of hang you out,
especially Efrain, who's like your top prospect or whatever.
The last prospect,
yeah, I
like with
so.
Mendez gone and Uli leaving, like he's the last kind of big one. Villarreal's were the next kids that were supposed to come through. That didn't work out. Giassi was the big one supposed to come through. Be respectful. Like that worked out to a degree, just not necessarily what you planned.
Don't we have a few of them coming through though? I remember the U16 team from like a year ago or 2 years ago was like the top U16 team in the country.
Jorge Hernandez is supposed to be like the next big one coming through.
We just signed him to a G2 contract.
Which, yeah, he just got his first team deal, and then I think he got a goal the same night.
Isn't there another kid too?
There's
another Hernandez, like Kobe Hernandez or something.
Kobe
like
Hernandez.
There's a Kobe Hernandez.
But I think he's rumored to be taken off.
And Leo, what's his name? Leo Sepulveda.
Well, yeah. There's.
Leo Sepulveda left a couple years ago. If it's the same guy I'm thinking of.
I thought he was another one. Who the Galaxy were talking about losing?
There's a couple, which I mean I guess is a good sign, but you kind of want to keep these kids even at the G2 level.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no.
Oh, you're right. Leo Sepulveda's still with the.
With no player compensation, I mean it really doesn't matter unless you sign him to some sort of first team deal or G2 so you can sell him off. But I fucking love the song, man.
It's the best fucking episode of this song.
I apologize. Take you down.
I CC'd every girl
that I CC around town. But the Efra stuff, I mean.
It's my Erica song.
Dude, I don't know, man. Like, from what I saw him with the first team and for what he got, like, man, I don't know how he's going to do in Europe.
Well, that's the other thing, though. If he's gone, I'm like, would I care?
It's honestly, it's not like it hurts us or breaks us, right?
What do you mean?
It's a prospect that is still like unpolished, so it's like you have no idea
what he could end up being.
Exactly.
If we lose him, it is detrimental to the progress from academy to second team to first team. And that was the thing DTK was supposed to come in and repair. That was one of the first things he came in to repair was like us losing this pipeline of talent immediately leaving to Europe.
Or PR spin. You're like, hey, you join the team, you get the first team, and then you get sold off to Europe, right?
We'll let you go.
Yeah.
But this is much sooner than we would have liked you to go. And I think that's same is true of Vindez and same is true of Ule. We would have sold you eventually. We just want you to develop here, and we definitely want to figure out how we're going to get something out of this.
Yeah.
This would, if we lose him for nothing, it would be a black mark on DTK's time and another youth prospect lost by Klein to the
in such a short time too.
Yeah, I mean, can you really say that we've developed him? I mean,
Ephraim?
No. Well, yeah, but how much development has he done versus how much does he have to go?
Oh yeah,
So,
like there's a drastic upside, potential upside to that kid versus what we've gotten out of him, and it would be a real shame to lose him so early.
Do you think it's an attitude problem? I mean, he's young, so I mean, do you think he really can?
I mean, he's been the golden boy for how long? I mean, a while.
3 years?
Yeah,
at least.
So who knows? I mean, I don't know.
And I'm not even talking about it like he thinks his shit don't stink. But I'm talking more like, can he handle being in like a first team environment? Like playing against, I mean, let's be honest,
against men.
He's a child.
He's still a kid.
He's a child playing against grown-ass adults.
But that's why, in all honesty, I think the opinion we all should have, logically, at this stage of his life, is whatever's best for him. Like that, because he's a kid. Like, we shouldn't look at these kids in the same way we look at these adults. You are asking that of them. You're asking them to kind of progress and develop earlier because they're basically taking on jobs. Not necessarily here, but in South America and in Europe a lot, you have these teenagers that are basically taking care of their whole family. They're financially responsible for their whole family, and it's like their children. You know, that might be part of the issue and part of the mentality problem with U.S. soccer and why we're developing so slowly, because in these other nations that are progressing on the field, that are actually performing more, they're putting more pressure on these kids younger and younger. And you know, in England, kids are getting in academies at like 10, 11 years old. Like, there is that aspect of taking their childhood away from them. But like, logically as an adult, and maybe it's as a father now as well, like, you look at it and you go, I would want my kid to be a kid. And at 17, I'd want... You think about how you are now, or how you were at 17. Were you not a little pig-headed, a little bit of a dick?
No, I mean, I wouldn't be able to handle that.
By the way, you guys can't see it. Ed just did that whole... While I was talking, he was... what do you call that? Lip sync?
Lip syncing?
He was lip syncing the whole thing, like...
Big cutie so. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine... I can't imagine what it's like to be a 16, 17-year-old... You know, practicing next to Zlatan every day. Well,
having a footballer you idolized coming up, saying like you're the best player in your league, and you're fucking 16, 17 years old. Do you have any idea how often all I was doing was jerking off at 16, 17?
Constantly.
And this guy's like, I stopped jerking off long enough to go to practice. I stopped jerking off long enough to get tactics lessons, to do recovery, to go to school, and then I stopped jerking off every weekend so I can actually play a game. And when I play a game, one of the best players in history is like, that dude's the man, because he stopped jerking off and played soccer.
Yeah.
I feel like I lost my point like 15 seconds ago.
No, I got the point. The point is, it can't be easy being a 16, 17-year-old, you know, to become a professional anything, like, let alone an athlete. Like, when you're 16, you're like, I just want to play GameCube all day.
And jerk off.
Yeah.
Jerk off.
And then wake up early enough on Saturday to watch Dragon Ball Z.
Jonas just watched that whole thing. And I was like, I'm at a point now where I can watch Dragon Ball with my son.
Dude, so animation, I can't imagine how they don't make just a shit ton of money. Because it's like 20 minutes of them just staring at each other. And then like powering up, like, ah.
Yeah, but I watched every one.
Oh yeah, me too.
Several times. I had them on tape. Cell games? Shit took like 9 months. It's ridiculous.
You were like, Super Saiyan, bro. I've seen Super Saiyan like 3 years ago because Japan had that shit already.
Watch that shit in Spanish.
Yeah.
Those are the days.
Oh, Goku!
Was that you doing a Mexican accent of Japanese?
Yes. It's like, no, es Frieza.
Es Frieza.
Anyways. This episode is fucking so weird. It is so weird.
I'm at fucking...
Let's talk about one thing
the season's almost over, man.
I think this is what's happened. We're just
start to get weird from here on out.
All three of us are in school right now. We're all fucking delirious.
I'm I've worked. I've worked constantly for like 35 days straight. You know how fucking long that is?
Let's talk about Ben for a little bit.
Ben?
And a little prediction that he made in the beginning of the year.
Oh.
Benjamin made a prediction that Bingham would have 10 clean sheets on the year. And we were going to wait till next week to talk about our predictions, but I mean, I guess you got to talk about it now.
Yeah, I mean, it went out the window.
Bingham gets hurt. Literally, you had to have 2 games where we had clean sheets.
He was going to do it. There's no doubt in my mind he was going to do it.
He can't do it.
No, he was going to do it.
Oh, he was going to do it?
He still can. I mean, playoff.
Wait, that doesn't count.
You said regular season.
Yeah, regular season.
Okay, yeah.
Believe me, I want to give it to you. I really don't actually, but I want to give it to you. It's just, Kevin Hartman is regular season. God, that was you got
so close.
They fell apart. I mean, come on. When they had 7 with what, like,
I didn't think you were
going to
be that close. Yeah, well, I think you had like 6 games.
Yeah.
I genuinely never thought you'd get that close, and then it came down to, and I texted Ed as soon as the lineup for this week came out, and I got a text that said Bingham wasn't playing, but as soon as I saw he wasn't playing, I was like, what a shitty way.
Wouldn't it be amazing if we get a clean sheet in Houston? And so it was like 9 clean sheets of the year, just right there.
That would be great.
That'd be amazing, right?
If Bingham's in there, do we even win that game?
Against Houston or against Vancouver?
Against Vancouver? Yeah. I think. Well, I mean,
I think he has better control of the defense. But I mean, it was a game of just mental lapses. Palencia had probably his worst game in a Galaxy jersey.
Yeah, I mean, well, there was a lot of. What is this?
I don't know. Whatever came up next.
Oh, I just sent you.
Whoa! This is 50 Cent. Take this shit off. This is not no Dirty South right now.
I actually just sent him a 50 Cent song.
Why would you do that?
Because I asked the live chat. I was like, "What do you want to hear?"
Killer Mike, Adidas. This song. This song's terrible.
Go ahead, man. Keep talking.
This song's awful.
It'll be done in a second.
It's not done.
But
I want it done now.
It's this thing of like you have to talk over it because he's replacing. I just sent you one, Ben.
I just want it done. I just want it over with.
But that's the thing. The moment he stops playing music, he's gonna stop playing music forever.
All right, Chris.
And I finally got to a point where I can get him to play music.
Do you want to read Big Tony's email?
Sure. I didn't have it pulled up. I do think we win that game if Bingham plays, though.
I think we definitely have a better chance.
All these graded emails from my teacher. God, I get it. I do a lot of work. Get off my balls. Here, hang on 1 second. Talk for a second, Ed.
I think we definitely. I know we have a chance of winning that game. I think Bingham would command the back line better, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I still think you give up 3 goals, though.
I think, we probably could have got a tie at a minimum.
No, because GBS don't. He's like, we're tying. No.
Go for it.
We're going to do something about that.
So we got a prognostication from Anthony, Big Tone. Ed didn't enter a prediction, so as the rules go, he predicted a 0-0 draw. However, we know Ed has been mathematically eliminated, so it doesn't really matter.
That's why I gave up.
On to Ben and Chris. Both predicted a win versus last place Vancouver, so it should have been easy points, right? Right? Well, we all know what happened.
Wow, you're reading like Ed did.
I know. I didn't smoke last week. I was all good. No,
not so easy.
Let's see if I can do it. Oh, here we go. Perfect for the rest of the go. No points for either of them. Chris still leads with 24 points, and Ben is 2 points behind with 22. Ben still has a chance to overtake Chris, but it is slim, which none of the 3 of us are. Listener predictions. Last place Vancouver traveling to LA to take on the Galaxy. Who in their right mind would ever select Vancouver? Amy and Noah, that's who. Both Amy and Noah were the only ones to predict a G's loss, but both expected a low-scoring game, so only 1 point each. With everyone else predicting a win, no changes at the top of the standings. With 1 game left, Richard C. still leads with 22, Luis L. is second with 21, Danny A. is tied in third with Ethan at 20, and Elizabeth and Walter are fourth with 19 points. Those 6 people can still win or tie it with a correct prediction on decision day. It's close, but Richard holds the edge. Who's going to win it? Looking forward. Defense. Who needs it? Let's just score more goals. Zlatan is 2 away from taking the scoring lead with 2 fewer games. So does it help that on Sunday, the Galaxy head to Houston to take on the 11th place Dynamo? Probably not. While Houston is low on the table, their defense hasn't been awful as of late. In their last 5, they've given up a total of 8 goals while scoring 7. 1-goal losses are the norm for this Houston team. Out of their 18 losses this season, 13 were only by 1 goal. Look at this fucking research and work you get here. And you get Chingy. Riot Squadcast.
Hey.
Squadcast 2019. Riot Crunkcast, my good friend.
Nice, yes.
However, they might be on a downturn. In their last 5, they've lost 3, only beating Minnesota and Orlando. While Houston is in 11th place and well out of the playoff race, they will be looking to finish the season on a positive note, just like last year, when they came to LA and beat us 3-2 to keep us out of the playoffs. Although the Galaxy are already in the playoffs, we need a win and some help to end up in 2nd place in the West. But if we lose and other results go unfavorably, we could end up in 5th place. This weekend is all about hosting a playoff game and how bad the Galaxy want it. Last weekend, we faced a last-place Vancouver team and made them look like a playoff contender. Now we face another team at the bottom of the table. How good will we make them look? Thank you, Big Tony. Excellently written. I apologize for my earlier dyslexia.
Terrible. Let's talk within Houston. Wouldn't it just be sweet if Zlatan scored like 3 goals to not only break the all-time season record, but also just overtake Vela in the process of doing that?
That'd be great. I mean, look, we're playing away to a team that, for the most part, can maintain a pretty stingy defense if they want. Get overall. Versus, I think LAFC is playing at home in their final game. Right? I think they're playing at home in their last game. So it seems more likely if there's going to be, if there's going to be favorable calls, they're less likely to go our way.
Yeah.
And they're a little more likely to go their way, and that seems to be historically how it works out anyway. So I don't have the highest of hopes for him getting the golden boot, but I mean, if ever there was someone that could kind of rise up from some challenges like that, I would imagine it's Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
I just want him to, and I don't know if this is gonna happen. I want him to score like 4 or 5, just to like solidify.
Something ridiculous.
Yeah. Just craziness.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I like that. Is it Chingy again? Oh, Nate Dogg.
R.I.P. dog. R.I.P.
Andrew's like, he said no to 50 Cent, but Chingy is okay. Fair point.
Yeah. That's pretty fair. Yeah. What do you guys think of Houston? Like, does it matter? I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it matters for the
playoff season.
We need that.
Extremely important.
Yeah.
Extremely important. As long as we can maintain playing at home, especially given how we've been on the road throughout the course of the season, I think we've definitively lost the majority of our games on the road. The more we can spend at home, the more we can rest Zlatan's legs specifically, the better. Absolutely the better.
We need, because Seattle's playing Minnesota, right?
Seattle plays Minnesota.
So we need a draw from that game, and a win from us.
And we finish
that'll make
us
second.
Yeah. But, if it all begins and ends with us.
You got to worry about us.
You don't want to be the person who looks past Houston, and then we end up down in 5th, and then we're fucked.
Yeah.
Like that's the worst case scenario. So first things first, as with every game really, but first things first, especially coming off that Vancouver match. We got to take care of business first, see how everything else kind of works out later. That's the whole reason MLS plays all the games at the same time, so that, as far as Minnesota and Seattle are concerned, they're going to need to go for it the majority of the game. Both teams are still going to want to host a playoff match, so they both have reasons to go for it. I have an itching feeling I think Seattle's going to end up winning it, but we could get a draw. We've gotten lucky these last few weeks, sans obviously our own positioning.
Yeah.
It seems like it's doable. We could end up in second, but I think Seattle's going to end up winning.
Well, I think the Galaxy this year has pretty much been epitomized by that meme of like the kid sticking the stick in the spoke of the tire, and then blaming something else. Like that's the Galaxy. Is we're sticking our own hopes and dreams in that tire spoke, and just like Because we're fucking ourselves, man.
Well, it's. I mean, and that has been our situation kind of over and over again. It's usually us. It's very rarely are we flat out outplayed. Rarely are we just beaten. It's usually these like individual moments where it's a coin flip and it doesn't go our way. And it sometimes doesn't go our way through our own ineptitude. Sometimes it's dumb luck. Sometimes it's coaching decisions, or it's reffing decisions. It's coaching tactics. There are different elements and reasons why these things don't work. But this is just the opportunity we kind of have to take and put all that shit to the side and just get business done.
Yeah, I mean, and again, the season's ending with Houston.
One more time.
And yeah, it's not going to depend on if we get into the playoffs or not, but...
Oh, shit. No lie. You know it. Ballin'.
This was the song that
This was my high school one, yeah.
This came on like before like NBA playoffs that year.
There's always that one song.
This is definitely that song.
Let's see what year this came out.
NBA brought to you by
TNT.
Carl's Jr.
Your Los Angeles Lakers. Trickle, trickle. What happened to this guy? Well, this is the guy trying to kill that Tekashi 6ix9ine guy now, right?
Is it?
Well, I heard that like the FBI or somebody that got him on like.
Who is this?
This Jim Jones. Or he was talking to whatever gang Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Isn't Jim Jones the guy who killed a bunch of people and like?
Yeah, they killed themselves.
I guess technically, right?
Drinking the Kool-Aid.
Drinking the Kool-Aid.
That's where it comes from.
That's why you gotta have your own mind, man.
Jonestown, right?
Yeah, Jonestown, Massacre.
Jim Jonestown.
Is that what this guy named himself
We're at
after?
Jonestown now. Yeah, I think he's named after.
Okay.
Well, because the guy's like a cult leader, so he's like, I'm so good, I'm balling. He wants to be more.
Was
like
there any
Jim
other
Jones.
song that he made other than this?
For me, no. But I like to exist right around that top 40 of every genre, but just I like to stay up in the top 40.
Just enough, right? Just enough.
The only thing I like that's not in the top 40 is my man John Hyatt. That's my dude. He should be number one on every fucking genre list. But Hollywood keeping him out just because he doesn't have that conventional look. John Hyatt, look him up. He's better than whatever you listen to.
Look, I kind of want to feel proud. I think we might be the only podcast in history that has mentioned John Hyatt
And BTS.
while listening to Jim Jones.
Fair enough. Well, Andrew brings up a good point. Dipset, of which Jim Jones was a part of, overall
Dipset.
has
Okay.
different hits.
Yeah, see,
this is just the only song I recognize from Jim Jones.
This is not
Benjamin. This is the education of Benaranda.
That sounds like a movie.
The education of
I feel
Benaranda.
like I
Yeah.
need some like purple drank or something like that, you know?
I mean,
He's getting closer though. He's
Yeah.
getting it. Yeah. Because last week he was like, what was it?
Purple Kool-Aid or
Purple
whatever?
Kool-Aid was like, that shit red. Bleep shorty, bleep back.
I did enjoy the blue Kool-Aid every now and then.
Turn your whole mouth blue like you're fucking blowing a Smurf.
Take it in the back of the throat.
Oh, why? The back of the throat.
Baller!
What is next, good sir?
Off the rails. Man.
That's totally off the rails. All right, do you want to do predictions?
I thought we were doing a blind draw for predictions.
Here we go. I took Chris.
We talked about this before you got here.
So this is what I want to do. I want each of you to text me individually your prediction, and then an hour before the game starts, I'll post that up on our Twitter.
All right.
So that way, neither of you are, what am I trying to say?
Privy.
Yeah, and then you're not, God, my brain's not working. You're not
You want me to say
influenced by either each other's predictions.
Couldn't I just
sipping on the purple drink?
But
today,
couldn't I
is
just
what it is.
agree? Couldn't I agree to my prediction, and then Ben agree to his prediction, and we both send them to you right now for the person who's nice enough to download the show. We send them to you right now, and then you go, "This is what this person got. This is what this person got."
We can do that now.
Because I'm just like these people are currently nice enough to have listened.
Do nothing. Send me your texts of your predictions, your goal scores.
Well, can you mute us and then we'll play this over it and we'll send. That way they can enjoy the song.
Let it go, shimmy, shimmy, go. Up, that's it to me now. Light it up and take a puff. That's it to me now.
And Ed will rap to you apparently.
Hot shit. Up, that's it to me now. Light it up and take a puff. That's it to me.
St. Louis rolling them dubs.
Smoking them dubs. This is like the ghetto version of the what's that game show? Fuck, my brain is so dead right now.
Jeopardy?
Jeopardy, yeah.
It's way better.
Yeah. And I'm proud.
All right, Chuck, let me know when you're ready to send it. We'll send it at the same time.
Are you texting me? You both texting me?
You got it?
I sent mine to him on the Discord.
Oh,
Okay, I just sent mine to your text.
We're even using different medium to send it. That's how isolated this is.
So, Tucker, who's currently in the lead, right?
I'm in the lead. Ben has to hit the hat trick.
Turn down a little bit. All right.
But wait,
so,
if I pick a win, you can't win.
No, the best. If you pick a win, the best I can do is draw.
Okay.
Yeah.
and then we got to do like a playoff game or something.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll
Anyways.
figure it out.
So Ben Aranda has sent in 4-2
Ooh, okay.
Galaxy win.
I had to go with something that you weren't gonna pick.
That's a good. That's fucking playing next level over here. What's the difference between the two of you?
He's giving Antuna one and then Zlatan a hat trick.
Okay.
The record and the golden boot.
I like that.
I think I predicted that he'd break the record.
Yep.
So Chris has a 3-1 Galaxy win
I want Ben's
See,
one.
I-
I want Ben's one to happen.
I know.
I don't want mine anymore.
with
thought
Zlatan
3-1.
with 2 and Corona with 1.
Yeah, I thought 3-1. I'm like, but nah, man, that's too easy for Tucker
That's so
to pick.
stupid.
I know
want
it-
you to win.
And I know it doesn't matter.
I mean, I want like Romney to get one, so you still don't win.
I know it doesn't matter. I just like since like this morning I was thinking about like, oh, I'm gonna have to make a prediction later on. The number that popped in my head instantly was 5-2.
Ooh, okay, that's a lot.
I instantly had 5-2 in my brain, but it seems perfect, right? Last game of the season, you want to go into the playoffs with a bang, right?
Yeah.
And it's not gonna be 7-2 Kansas City. I think it's gonna be a 5-2 win, and I'm gonna go. And obviously, my guess doesn't matter because I'm never gonna. But I'm gonna go Zlatan with 4 goals, and I'm gonna go Pavone with 1.
Okay.
So you think Zlatan's got like
He's gonna really want that.
was someone on the sideline like we're holding up like how many Vela?
No,
how many
I don't think it
penalties
matters.
Vela's got?
Imagine. So what? are they tied right now?
No,
No.
yes, he still has 2 more than
Vela's
Zlatan.
got 2. Imagine if you get like Zlatan scores 2 and draws, and Vela scores 1, and they're like, he got 1, and you just see Zlatan fire in his eyes, and he goes out and bangs in 2 more. Like that's a moment where you're like, he's an insane person. Like he's a crazy man. He does it. It's out of personal spite. Oh, that would make me like him so much more. He should get Lars Pody. Anybody consider opening that old bad boy up? Just gray out his name? No? Ooh.
It's a good idea. I think they should do that.
Works.
Just
Works
gray
for
out
me.
his name.
Works for me. Zlatan scores.
Well, we'll do another poll, and we'll just have literally all of them just Zlatan. Every single name,
Every
Zlatan,
option,
Zlatan, Zlatan.
He can win the.
And then one that's great out, that's Zlatan.
He can be the Zodi.
Yeah, just one name of it's gonna be great out.
I'll tell you what. If you're out there listening, just call and leave us a voicemail on who you think should be the player of the year, and then we'll just tally it up.
Or if you're just one dickhead who just wants to complain all the time.
You'd probably be the only one to call. So if
Yeah.
you're that one dickhead, you could actually
There you go.
sway the vote.
Well, the upside is that situation's getting fixed.
Here's what I want, right? What I want Carlos Vela.
To break his kneecap.
Because currently Carlos Vela is tied.
That one was Chris.
He's currently tied with Joseph Martinez
Mhm.
for the single season goal scoring record.
Yeah.
I want him to break it. Then I want Zlatan to score 3 goals
And break it again.
and break the broken record. But like in the 91st minute.
Yeah, well,
Or
that,
like,
I
the,
wanna-
or like the 96th minute, where like Vela like LAFC's game
They're
goes
they're
like
done.
3 minutes stoppage time.
They think
yeah.
he's won the Golden Boot,
Yeah,
and then Zlatan scores 2 in like 2 minutes.
yeah.
I want that so bad.
that would be nice.
I want that so bad.
Just basically whatever makes it hurt as much as possible.
League wouldn't let that happen though.
Come here, girl. What your name is?
I don't care what the league wants, man. I just want Zlatan to be like, I don't care.
Oh, the league is perfectly fine with Zlatan being a Golden Boot. I definitely think they would take being able to say Zlatan Ibrahimovic is here, and even he can't. He isn't the record goal scorer. He isn't the Golden Boot leader. But at the same time, I think they'd be okay with him being able to say, I'm Golden Boot winner of the time I was there. But they're whores.
And the funny thing is, too, MLS is going to play his replays forever. As much as they hate him, they're going to play his shit forever.
He's marketable. He's too marketable.
Yeah.
He's too marketable to ignore. Last time Houston gave up 5 goals, just to your point, Ed, was against FC Dallas in August. I think it was August 25th.
Oh, that's recent.
It's really not that far, and FC Dallas all the way down in 7th.
And they're terrible.
They're not great. So, I mean, it's, something to pin your hopes on.
I think it's possible, dude. And I think we want to go into the playoffs not on back-to-back losses, not on a whimper. I think they are going to go into it. I think they're going to fucking smoke Houston.
That'd be nice. I would like a complete 90-minute performance. To Ben's earlier point, more than anything, I would love a clean sheet. I would love this the defense to have a nice, solid game. But overall, they starting point number 1, they just got to win. They got to get it done.
And that's the thing, right? It's going to come up to the Galaxy not shitting on the field.
Yeah, that's all it's going to take. That alone will win the game. If the Galaxy don't come out and shit on the field, they beat Houston.
Well, we are, as you were saying earlier, we are our worst enemy.
Yeah.
As long as we're our worst enemy, all we need to do is knock off our stupid-ass mistakes, and we should be fine. It really isn't. It's not impossible. It's far from impossible. Entirely doable.
And I think my most concern is just that we play incredibly bad against incredibly bad teams.
And Houston's
except for Kansas
bad.
City, obviously, which 7-2. It's an outlier on what we've been this season. We're incredibly inconsistent.
Sorry, I didn't mean to distract.
No, it's not good.
I'm loving the Nelly.
All right, so I think we can move on to lightning round questions.
I'm down with that.
Benjamin, you want to play that lightning round jingle?
Come on.
What are you searching for?
Like Voltron.
Search for next time. We'll keep talking.
No. I mean, but we're not gonna hear the lightning round thing. All right.
Oh no! Pause this. This song is terrible.
Right.
Yeah, the songs have gotten worse and worse as we've gone on.
You can actually play the next one. I can tolerate this. This is the thing with this. I always remember this song. Do you remember when it came out?
Like, I'm assuming 2003?
So it's on the soundtrack. That's probably right. It's on the soundtrack to Bad Boys 2, which I paid to see in the
You've never
theater.
seen Bad Boys 2?
What is that?
No? No?
Should I know it?
Yeah, you should know it.
Where's it from?
The Cornetto trilogy, man.
It's been too long. I gotta get back through that.
Yeah.
But and every time they do, it was the big song for Bad Boys 2. It had a music video before the movie came out and all that shit. And anytime they did anything, they played some cut of that song. So whether it was just a part where no one was rapping, it was just the music. Will Smith puts on a jacket. Oh, slow to the flow. Get out of the car. Go slow to the flow. So I can tolerate maybe 25 seconds of that song every 3.5 years. And then I'm good. And I don't even watch Bad Boys 2. It's a fine film. I'm sure I'll pay to see the next one.
Film's a little stretch.
How dare you?
It's a movie.
I'm a sucker for the buddy cop. I work in partnerships, man. Yeah. Ben is the commissioner that's giving us a hard time, who just wants to retire. He's got ulcers, got a wife who's busting his balls. He's got alimony and palimony and child support and all that. Ooh. And I'm done. And I'm out. You. Sorry, lightning round. Go.
What's the guy from Lethal Weapon?
Danny Glover?
No. The third wheel guy. He's like I can't think of his name.
No, Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
That's what Ben is.
The scariest man in cinema to me when I was a kid. I grew up on mafia movies.
Ben is the Joe Pesci to our
1,000%.
I'm the Leo Getz.
Was that his name?
Hey George, if you Lethal Weapon with
yes,
I will gladly be Danny Glover. I don't have a problem with that.
Well, what about
I just
the
want
do-rag
Ben
in the grill? That's the one.
I just want Ben as
want.
Canadian Leo. Well, do both. You got nothing to do. You're not in school or anything. Just do them all.
All right, I have the questions up here.
What Leo wants, Leo gets.
So
That's fucking perfect,
our
man.
good friend Jesse Werner, who's actually in the YouTube chat right
Hey,
now.
fuck you, Robert Rios. He was in the 4th grade when this song came out. How dare you?
Really? Is that what he said?
Soldier boy, I've been here. Oh.
So Jesse Werner on Twitter asks, if you had to replace Bingham with a U.S. keeper, who would it be?
With a U.S. keeper? Like a...
So I'm saying an American. Wouldn't you like to see this team with...
Just running down the list. I'm like,
with like a Tim Howard? I mean, he's old, but he's still like
he was doing.
Tim Howard.
He played well when he was in Colorado.
Look at the stretch that they've been on the last like 3 months, 4 months.
How's Yarborough doing down in Mexico?
He's dead, dude.
Is he dead?
He got killed by the narcos.
Wouldn't surprise me.
That was Ed. That wasn't
I
me.
can say it though.
You know what? Next time he got to take the coke, shove it up his ass, come across the border, and shut the fuck up, and he'll be fine.
They didn't tie the balloon tight enough.
Hey, happens sometimes.
Has it been?
Ben has definitely been involved with some shady shit in his life.
Who would you see? What's the keeper from Red Bulls? Robles.
Again, he's old, man. The thing that scares
But
me about old
he's
keepers
a solid-
like that is the experience with Cudicini. Cudicini's kind of soured me on any sort of old.
But
keepers, man.
wasn't Robles like he made like 500 consecutive starts or some shit, or like 300 consecutive starts for Red Bulls?
Yeah, but he's not starting any. Well, is he still starting?
He's still starting for them, yeah. That's a guy I would take. Not for nothing, I'd take a Ramondo.
He just retired.
Local boy, yeah. Local guy.
Super soaked.
I would have taken Ramondo.
Yeah, I would have taken Ramondo too.
Bingham is like, again, mid-tier MLS level, which should never be where we get our keepers from.
We should, as an organization, we should be aspiring overall to bigger than a David Bingham. If you're going inside MLS, he's fine.
Of course, Max on the live chat, Zach Steffen. Of course, Zach Steffen.
Stefan.
Zach
Steffen.
We're in the white pages. That commercial's on all the time.
It will be until you die. I don't even know if that business is operating anymore.
So no one, you guys don't have an answer who you American? No?
I don't want an American. I want an Argentinian keeper who does crazy shit.
That's who we're gonna get. We're gonna get an Argentinian or a Colombian who does like the scorpion kick.
Sold.
Like it's 3-2 in the 90th minute, and he does a scorpion kick to keep out LAFC from tying the game. No.
I'm in.
All right, Jesus Gallardo. Do you guys think nut punches are how Cosmos people say hello, like the aliens from Scary Movie 3?
I never saw that. How many of those scary movies are there?
I think there's like 6 or 7. Oh, this has gone really way
I
down
don't know
there.
what this is.
Yeah, no. You can just stop the music.
Play 18 with a Bullet. It's a much better song.
I think Leslie Nielsen was still in that movie. The third one?
Wait, what do you mean?
Scary Movie
Scary
3?
movie? Isn't that dude's been dead for years, right?
Yeah, I think that was one of his like last movies he did. Imagine like your whole career and you're like, my last movie was Scary Movie 3.
I did.
All right, Rossi Zoma on Twitter. What can the LA Galaxy do as an organization to make these fan appreciation days better, besides actually winning on these days?
They could, I was gonna say they could win.
Yeah.
Storied history. Oh, well played. 'Cause me and Matt, when we were like, God, I must have been 14. We would just hang out and listen to like New York rap music. Like this song played regularly through my teenage years. I haven't heard it in a long time. You're looking at me like,
I don't know.
Freeze.
What the song is.
White line. Vivid dreams of passion.
I don't think I've heard the song before.
Rock.
Really?
Rock.
I don't think I've ever heard the song before.
Bass. White.
No, I don't think I've ever heard the song before.
Really?
It's not helpful, but I'm pop locking in my chair. Live.
Probably the only one listening to
passion. It's about cocaine.
What the hell is going on?
A very strange reaction.
What the hell is the song?
more I do.
Something like a phenomenon.
Baby,
Telling nobody to come along. The white lines blow away. I can't believe you never heard the song.
Never heard the song.
That's not possible.
It's so
not
weird.
possible.
How are you friends with me? You never heard this?
You probably played it, and I'm just like,
ride, white line highway.
I'm like,
Tell
oh, it's
all
another
your
weird
friends
Chris song.
they can go my way. Pay your toll.
Yeah, I must have played this at some point last year with Gio on the
costs
team.
more than gold. The more you stay, the more you pay.
Oh, you know
my
you might
white
have.
lines go a long way, either up your nose or through your vein, with nothing to gain except killing your brain. Freeze. Rock.
I've heard this part.
Freeze.
This part's familiar.
Rock. Freeze.
I think Matt's done talking to you.
Rock.
I know. I heard him
Freeze.
back.
Rock.
I didn't listen to the rock.
Rock. Get higher, baby. Get higher, baby. Get higher, baby. And don't ever come down. Free bass.
Free bass.
Look, we're not saying we're better than the other podcasts, but like, come on. Come on. Patreon.com/Riot Squadcast. You know what's up. There's your commercial.
All I know about freebasing is that Richard Pryor almost killed himself freebasing.
Hey, man. Pure as a driven snow. And now you understand why.
And now I'm having
That's the thing.
I gotta say, this might be the best song about cocaine, though.
Because you hear it and you're like, I kind of want to get into this. It sounds like it's. I got to listen to the end of the song.
Cocaine sounds fun.
But from where I'm at so far,
Right, Ben?
it sounds like a pretty good time.
Ben, how fun is cocaine?
Dude, cocaine is fun. I'm just telling you. 2 lines of cocaine, you do whatever you want, man.
Now, do you like cut it with like a credit card? Because that's like the thing you have.
Whatever you
Who
got.
has the blade?
You gotta
Driver's
get that nail,
license.
bro. You gotta,
You know, razor blade's really the way to go.
$1 million almost overnight. Twice as sweet as sugar,
Anyways,
twice as bitter as salt. And if you get
hooked, baby. It ain't
nobody else's fault, so don't do it. Freeze. Don't do it, Evan. Rock.
so what can the Galaxy do
Freeze.
as an organization
Rock.
to make
Freeze.
an appreciation better?
Rock.
I think play more songs about cocaine.
Free coke?
Free coke.
Free
I
coke.
Rock.
Don't do it, man.
Baby. Get higher, baby. Get higher, baby.
This show's just trash,
Don't
man.
ever come down. Free bass.
I've never heard of like a more happier like.
It's a good time, man. It's all
Like-
about moderation.
Hey, free bass, guys.
Don't get too high.
Get too high, baby.
You are.
You really turn me on and on. My temperature is rising.
You ready for that?
No, I don't want you to go. A street kid gets arrested.
You're gonna learn a lesson right now.
Do some time.
Right? You following
He got
along?
out 3 years from now just to commit more crimes.
Son of a bitch.
A businessman is caught with 24 kilos.
24.
He's out on bail and out of jail, and that's the way it goes.
And you know what he means by businessman. He's a white dude.
White dude, yeah.
A fucking white dude
White
has some
dude.
coat and he's out.
Some Johnny Depp looking motherfucker over
Right.
here. Sorry,
Athletes rejected.
2 days probation.
Nerds corrected. Gangsters, thugs, and smugglers are thoroughly respected. The money gets divided. The women get excited.
Women get excited.
Now I'm broke and that's no joke. It's hard as hell to fight it. Don't buy it.
You're fucking teaching motherfuckers some shit out here. Freeze. Rock. DJ Syrup Sucker in the place to be. Go.
DJ, syrup, sucker.
Get higher, girl. Get higher, baby. Come on.
That's a long fucking song, dude.
Bro, they're doing cocaine, they partying. You ain't got time to get up and change the record.
Sniffing?
Yeah. How do you add in? He put snorting coke into his song about not snorting coke.
So Jesse asked, was this the pregame song that you would play before going out in the field?
Oh yeah.
Reaction.
Allegedly.
Get ready. Come out of the bathroom stall sweating.
Okay, this was Saunders' song, wasn't it? This song got us 2 cups.
Lights blow away.
All right, last song.
Matt, did I at least do you? Matt, did I do you proud? Just let me know in the live chat, Matthew. Did I make you proud? I hope so. I know Ed let you down a little bit. We're gonna go through an education of Ed, but I like to think that I made you proud, brother. Appreciate it.
I broke. You know, the one thing I never want to do is disappoint Matt, and so this might be my last show.
He's a good guy to have around.
Yeah.
Dust Flakes and Rocks. I got China White.
What the hell is going on?
This is a song that let me know, like, don't. Baby.
Don't do these drugs. But if you do these drugs,
here's what you should ask for.
Yeah.
Don't.
All right.
Don't.
Last line of question. This last one.
Don't do it.
From our favorite Twitter handle, Uncle Dishwasher.
Baby.
Does the fact that the Galaxy still have a mathematical shot at second place in the West with one game left say more about our team this year or the rest of the Western Conference this year?
Sorry, read it one more time.
So us being mathematically possible for second place, does that say more about us or about the conference in totality?
I think it says more about, and if I can, per usual, not answer your question and blow it up to something larger that I want to talk about. I think it says more about Major League Soccer as a whole and kind of how it's designed. It's the whole point of it. When you want to do it, you can do it. And if your team wants to be successful, they can be successful. It's a matter of choosing to put a good product on the field. We could have had another bad year, and that would have been... we could have just let it be another fine MLS season, but we decided to trump the money out late and get a big piece over the line that's going to be able to help us out. And it's able to move us up the Western Conference more specifically, but the fact that we're seen as, strangely, one of the teams, I mean, prior to the Vancouver game, we're seen as one of the teams that could make a legitimate run all the way to the Cup. And we have the exact same defense we've played since halfway through the year. Like, we haven't made drastic changes in the biggest key problem areas of the squad, but we signed one interesting good player, and it was able to work out in a way that, it benefits everyone. It's the design of the league. If you make the right choice at the right time, you got a shot.
Parity, man.
It's the beauty of parity. It's a reason MLS is the best league in the world. For me, and Major League Soccer is the best league in the world. I've said it several times. I want to see Real Madrid do it on a budget. I want to see Manchester United do it on a budget.
Apparently, Madrid can't do it on a fucking super budget anymore either.
But where they can only do it at the top of La Liga right now. But where they can only
John 2-2 against
Club Brugge. That was a good game. Second half from Madrid was you see the quality. It's crazy. But get Casemiro on 150,000. Get Casemiro on a free loan, and I'm impressed. When you can just throw tens of millions of euros at a problem, you're not that great.
I want to see Madrid play with fucking Jurgen Šabić.
He would score 5 goals.
On Madrid.
Get him Hammer B. There's still time. There's still time.
What we're saying is
you can't register him.
He's good enough for Madrid, so you should sign him.
That's true. And we're Galaxy Podcast.
Yeah.
We would know.
Yeah, we would know for sure.
We played copyrighted music for the last 2 hours.
Yeah, this show might get flagged right away.
This may be the last show because we get sued out of existence after this. But,
by 20 different artists.
What you want to do, don't stream it. You want to download this bad boy, just in case. We can put it on the torrents end. We can fucking pirate radio.
Drive around in a van, just fucking broadcast from a van.
Down with that.
I don't think we need to do that though. I mean, it's kind of just do Wi-Fi.
Yeah, these days you just do Wi-Fi. We'll just get a VPN or something so they can't find us.
They'll think we're in Cambodia.
Exactly.
Fucking down with that.
We're here this is the Cambodia cast.
Cambodia cast?
Yeah.
Ooh, I ran through a couple jokes in my head before I stopped that one.
How about that Pol Pot, huh, guys? What an asshole.
Pol Pot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the Bible?
No.
The dictator.
Wait, no, who's it doing in the Bible? Pontius.
Pilate?
Sorry, I don't know my world dictators, man. I'm slipping. I apologize. I feel like I've heard you.
They killed a bunch of people.
Yeah, but I'll stop there.
Yeah. That's a Ben area.
That's a Ben joke.
You don't go into that.
I was just trying to think of the Romanian dictator who killed a bunch of people, and I couldn't think of it.
No one cares about Romania.
I feel like Andrew definitely knows off the top of his head.
Yeah, it's
that just seems like some shit that may be
rattling
around
some
his
sort
mind.
of Chescu.
Anyways, do we have no slice of bacon this week? I don't think.
I didn't see a slice of bacon. So I may be wrong. She's working on Simply Soccer, man. She got big things going on. Jamie Bacon diversifying the knowledge base.
Any FIFA updates?
I see that he's amassing people. So if you're interested in playing FIFA, we now do it for the Xbox League as well as the PlayStation 4 League. It's going to be for FIFA 20, which apparently is really good, but also had some weird bugs as every FIFA game does when it launches.
What's the Juve team? Because they didn't get the rights to them. What do they call them in FIFA?
What do you mean?
Juve?
Oh, like Juventus has a different name? I don't know.
Well, because Juve is like they signed an exclusive right with like
Pro Evolution.
Pro Evolution, yeah.
Hey, we did get an email, Ed. Did you see it?
Shit, no.
Jose Espinoza wants to know, with CONMEBOL in talks with Liga MX to add to Copa Libertadores, do you guys think or see a future where MLS could compete in that competition?
Hopefully,
let's win CONCACAF Champions League first.
It should be it should be looked at as a bigger question, but we would get destroyed, and there's a lot of travel, and it wouldn't really benefit us. I would like to see, hopefully, if we're far enough developed and we're speaking in the future, because it's something you would like to see in our lifetime. What I would love to see the CONCACAF Champions League built up to a level where it's respectable. It's probably never going to have that level of prestige that you have with the Copa Libertadores, but I would like to. We need to stop concerning ourselves, and I think it's true of Major League Soccer. The talk of Major League Soccer and Liga MX is merging. We need to stop looking for the shortcut. I understand that we all want better soccer and better leagues and better stadiums and all that stuff, and that's what we're trying to get to and we're trying to aspire to. But the shortcut of like adding Liga MX and MLS together doesn't really benefit most of the teams in Major League Soccer, and it's going to cause some pretty insane travel. Just like saying, hey, we're going to hotshot the United States and Mexico basically to play in the Copa Libertadores. Where's fucking Belize Defense Force? Where's their invite to the Copa Lib? Do it for all of CONCACAF if you're going to do it for just CONCACAF and CONMEBOL. Doesn't make any sense. Like, it's skipping over, which is slowing all these other nations developing. Build out our own shit. We have our shit. Let's work on our shit first.
Yeah. I don't see a problem why we can't make the CONCACAF Champions League or the whatever leagues, Champions Leagues, whatever Leagues Cup or whatever the hell the
League
CONCACAF Nation Leagues, whatever the fuck. Let's build that up first.
Major League Soccer is 24 years old. Let's everyone give it some time. But it's all about the shortcut. It's how do we do it quick? How do we do it quick? Everyone wants to be, selling our TV rights deals for $5 billion like the Premier League. Well, the Premier League had something of a head start on you. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some time to develop. It might not happen in my lifetime. I really, really hope it does. But I definitely think we're laying the groundworks to make sure it happens in my son's lifetime. And I'm okay with that. It was hard.
He's like, I only got the sample from iTunes. I couldn't pay for the whole thing.
This was the song I was thinking of the first time when we first started playing.
Oh, you're so old. I love you, Ben. It's good to have you guys back, man. It's nice.
This is Lisa's song.
Really?
She fucking loves the song.
She go crazy.
It's a jam. She does though.
I worked at Baskin Robbins when this song came out. We stole so much ice cream; it was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what we did at Blockbuster. We just would take the shit.
Boy, wouldn't you? Yeah. You hand pack quart. You don't have to worry about it because of course they're gonna do inventory on all the pre-pack quarts. Don't be a fucking fool.
Don't be stupid.
But also, if you do a hand pack quart, Ben, if you get chocolate and peanut butter like your boy, you can make sure that you're focusing on all the peanut butter regions. Everybody gets chocolate. It's mostly chocolate. What you want, peanut butter is the gold. You gotta make sure you're swooping that ass in that peanut butter.
I'm sad that I actually didn't get to go to BR when you worked there.
I was.
What an asshole for calling it BR. Come on, man.
That's what the kids call it.
He's in the know. Jesus.
Come on. No, my kids, literally. Like my two kids, they call it BR.
BR 31, bro.
Matt's in the live chat right now saying every time I'd visit Chris, I'd get pints of ice cream. 100% true. When I quit Baskin Robbins, it was 7 months before I didn't have ice cream in my freezer. I stole so much. It was ridiculous. I hated my boss. He's such a fucking asshole. But if you want to know what me working, do we have to go? Like, do we gotta? Can I tell like a Baskin Robbins story?
Yeah, we'll go out on this story.
I was, as Chris Tucker, working at Baskin Robbins as you would. Like, I'm me right now, with more energy and like 90 less pounds, working at Baskin Robbins. I mean, fuck customers are the worst people in the world. If you walk into a food services place 15 minutes before they close, every person in there is wishing the worst things in the world on you. Period. But I had good times. I had a white lady who came in and was like, "Oh, you only have low-fat ice cream and vanilla?" To which I looked at her and was like, "Well, you don't want ice cream. Like, if you want of course we only have low. If we're gonna have low-fat ice cream, it's only gonna be in vanilla. Why? Because the only people who are gonna fucking order it are white people, and white people fucking love vanilla. So that's just the way that's gonna go." So take your fucking low-fat vanilla and get out of here, Karen, and don't come back. And I don't know that her name was Karen, but we're all kind of certain her name was Karen.
Pretty sure her name was Karen.
Her name was almost definitely Karen.
Yeah.
So there was that woman. There was a time I was working in the middle of July, and I lived in the valley, so it was like 105 degrees, and we have a line snaking inside of our Baskin-Robbins, and I look up while my boss is there and was like, you guys know there's a Cold Stones down the block, right? Like, there's better ice cream from people who wish to serve you.
Cold Stone's overrated, though, man.
Yeah.
Overrated and overpriced.
But you're missing.
Overpriced,
I got
for sure.
I got
overpriced.
the point. I got your point.
The point is, I don't work at Cold Stones. Go to the place that I'm not at. Or there was a time I had a nice line and we got a radio installed in the joint. You know, the guy kind of sprung for some satellite radio. And we have a line and there's just me and this other dude who I don't talk to anymore. And Morris Day and the Time came on. And I put my shit down and I turned the music up and I grabbed this old white lady and started dancing with her. And when I was done, I was like, I like fucking Morris Day and the Time, man. What do you want? The time comes on. He says, everybody get on the floor. I'm going to get on the floor. What do you want me to do? I listen to Morris Day. I'm a loyal friend.
What are you supposed to do?
What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to do
Honestly,
the bird.
if you didn't do that, be a little disappointed.
Thank you. I feel like Morris would be.
Matt on the YouTube chat. Life lesson: don't ever hire Chris Tucker.
That's a fair point. Especially when you keep hammering, I'm the exact same now as I was when I was 17.
At least don't give him things that'll distract him.
No shiny things.
Or a job that he can be distracted all he wants, as long as he gets his work done.
Yeah. Or apparently things that I can steal.
That's true. All right, I think let's just let's end this show so bad.
It's actually probably the best show we've done in a long time.
Probably the most fun show we've done in a while.
This girl that I worked with gave a dude a blowjob in the walk-in freezer.
Sweet.
And it's like,
I'd be afraid it
what
gets
positive
stuck.
of that's not even where I went. I was like, oh, I'm
like a tongue on a frozen pole.
I got a reputation to uphold here.
Frozen pole.
Frozen like in
Good
fucking
work,
like in a Christmas story.
You have to pull her off.
Oh man.
And her tongue stretches.
Play my last song. We'll go out on that, please. Can you? The one I just did. You just sent one. Just tell a story about your life really quick. I want to hear the song. It's a good jam. What was your first job at? Can we do first jobs really quick?
My first job when I was 17 or 16. Anyways, in high school.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we'll end on this.
He was a fluffer.
Yeah. No, I worked as
I took trucker. I was a lot lizard.
I worked at telecommunications. I wasn't a telemarketer, but we did surveys. So if say you were a customer of Sparklets,
okay, and
they wanted to do surveys for the customers, I'd be the person who called people. I'm like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate their service? And people would go, fine. I'm like,
please talk to me.
And they would tell you, hey, you have to get them to answer the number, the scale, or whatever. Oh, okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, though, what would you give it?
Would you be like,
they were good?
They were good.
So would you say that's a 3?
Is it good? Like a 6? It's like a 7. It's like, well, yeah, that's fine. It's like, can you say 7, please?
They're listening to us right now.
Wow.
I lasted a month, and I'm like, this job fucking sucks, because people would just yell at you.
I figured you would have had something better for me. I'm not gonna lie. Not necessarily your first, but I guess that's your first job, so you'd want to be on your best behavior. Well, I should have been on my best behavior.
My first legit job was Blockbuster.
Well, you gotta have a Blockbuster story for me.
Was that really a legit job? I mean, I'm sorry.
I worked there
but he was like the fuck. He was
3 years. I worked for 3 years.
Give me a Blockbuster story.
Forrest Whitaker came in the store.
Anyone who's turned this off by now, it's cool. Don't worry about it. But if you want 8 more minutes of
Forrest Whitaker came in, dropped off movies on the counter. I looked at him and I was like, huh. And I looked at him, I'm like, wait, that was fucking Forrest Whitaker. Got the movies. I checked them in. I looked at the count and I'm like, holy shit, that was Forrest Whitaker.
What did he rent?
I don't fucking remember.
That's the point. That's a part of the story you gotta have.
But people are nasty, dude. I would find roaches in the fucking DVD covers. Some drunk dude threw movies at me one time, and it was 10:30 on a fucking Thursday. It was the worst, dude. I hate people.
I've seen Legally Blonde already. I didn't rewind it, you bitch.
The same thing with you. With people would come in, we'd be closing in 5 minutes, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna be real quick." I'm like, "Okay, cool, whatever."
And they never are.
Fucking 20 minutes later, I'm like, bitches, we gotta fucking close.
Do you want me? I can recommend Hocus Pocus. It's always good.
I wanted to go home.
It's always solid.
I can't be at Carson at 11:30 at night.
Who knows what'll happen? It's a dangerous neighborhood. Is it not gonna happen? It's not gonna happen.
No, it's not gonna happen, dude.
It's not gonna happen, Benny.
Bum,
okay.
bum, ba-da-da-da, bum, da,
I was hoping for some Curtis Mayfield diamond in the back, but it doesn't sound like that's gonna happen. That's okay, because I'm a positive person.
So we'll end on another Curtis Mayfield.
Dope.
Literally.
Oh, I got this on vinyl, original pressing.
It's one of the greatest movies ever.
Oh,
really,
it's amazing.
Would you be mad if I said I've never heard the song before?
Are you serious?
I know we've played this on the show before.
I know, that's why I'm fucking with you. No, I've played the song plenty of times.
The title for last week's episode is strange, given that Andrew's replacing you next week. Oh, did you see that? I'm after the Galaxy get eliminated.
I listened.
Okay, I'm just checking. I just want to make sure you know.
I listened.
Okay, we're good then. Why you get mad?
Wait. My favorite thing is that's how you found out. Is you listen to the show?
Yeah.
Well, no, I was never. I was close to never coming back because you were fucking gonna give my phone number.
Erica was like, "Wait, did you tell him before that?" I was like, "No."
No.
Why? He'll listen. He'll be fine.
I'm pretty sure we're all gonna go on a hiatus for like 3 months after the show ends.
Oh my god, it's the longest fucking year of my life. I genuinely don't recall so much of 2019. Like everything's the same to me, whether it was last week or whether it was 9 months ago. Like they're all the exact same. It's like time travel.
I got to be on tonight's show. Really, kind of like it brought the show back up for me.
I'm in. Yeah, like I'm hoping we don't get eliminated so that I can keep going back. Especially if we can keep doing this because this was fun as fuck. Next week I'm telling you, everyone
themed weeks.
Get your shit ready. Next week we're doing
pop punk.
We're doing Art Laboe. We're gonna do it. You remember when we used to do Cholo Thursdays?
Of course.
We're gonna do next week. Next week, if you come back, we're gonna explain Cholo Thursday, and hopefully we can get all of the old school Larsers back, and we can do some Cholo Thursday. So get your what are they called? Get your dedications in. Let your missus know.
Here's your guys' homework for next week if you're still listening.
How long's the song been?
Which most of you guys not listening. 1, we'll get your dedication in. 2, you have to pick a Cholo name. So when you dedicate, you gotta say your name, your Cholo name, and your Jaina or your Sancho name. All right. But like, hey, my name is Maria Juanita, and I want to dedicate "Smile Now, Cry Later" to my Sancho, little puppet. Baby, I miss you. I know you didn't stab that woman on purpose. I can't wait to see you. Your kids miss you. Your other baby's mama's kids miss you too. We're family now. I love you.
I do wish there was a way we could get these lined up early. Like we could get Ben a track list basically. But if it's not going to work out that way, I just want to keep doing it. This was too much fun.
As much as Ben's like, I'm in. Let's not make him do work because I don't know if it's gonna happen between now and next Tuesday.
It's rough right now. Are you in midterms right now?
Come on. Yeah, I am actually.
I got him. I think starting next week after.
Yeah, it's been a rough week, but tonight was a good show though.
That was fun. You enjoyed it. You enjoyed it, Edward?
I did. Benjamin, where can they find you on your socials, man?
You can find me at DT Radio Ben. You can email the show at riot.squadcast.com. You can go to the website. You can go to Patreon. Please, we're probably gonna need your help with legal fees. So if you could subscribe to Patreon at whatever level you can afford, we'd appreciate it.
We're gonna open it up on legal fee level.
I know. Other than that, we're good.
Tucker, where can they find you on the socials, man?
At ZeroCool138 on Twitter, Untapped, Goodreads, Instagram, all the goodness.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at EdTheZombie13. You can find the show literally everywhere. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Riot Squadcast. Go like it, share. Go to on YouTube.com/Riot Squadcast. Make sure you're subscribed.
Yeah.
Turn on that notification button because when we go live, because sometimes it's 15 minutes late, sometimes it's 5 minutes early. We're everywhere.
And have them download it on iTunes because this is probably not going to be up on YouTube very much longer.
Yeah.
Just in case. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, like I definitely enjoyed it this week. I think I could be wrong. I may be sensing the room wrong. This seems like a good episode to kind of send to people. This would be like, even though it's drastically different than anything else we've ever done, it seems like a more fun one, light one. Ben didn't say anything too crazy, so yeah, maybe a decent one. I don't know. You let me know. And get your Art Laboe week shit handled.
Yeah,
because
so
we're gonna try to have some fun with this.
Get your Cholo name, your Cholo song, And we'll do some dedications, man.
It's gonna be fun.
I don't have the voice for it to do you have to be do the dedication reads though.
Can you write them for me? I don't know how to do it.
Well, I'm sure they're gonna write them.
It's hey, this is to Maria. All right.
We love you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Adios, muchachos. Vaya con Dios.